Holy high horse on a hill is that? Finally, now I have a reason to start paying the internet bill again. Let me just call my dad and... Holy hell, what is that? Dad's not gonna like this. The Game Boy. Just saying the name makes me feel like less of a man. This thing changed lives. It also made wives, and was a whole hell of a lot more fun to play with than knives.
What is the cross of the 1465? It's a knife.
This thing had a worldwide impact. Don't believe me?
I believe in the universe! You fool!
Well, then you try asking anybody above the age of 25 what they picture when they picture fun. And I'll be taking that apology, thank you very much. Hell, there was a time when anything that had a screen would be seen by a passing adult as a Game Boy.
Hey there, little Timmy, are you playing on your Game Boy again?
No, Grandpa, this is the microwave. Get the hell out of here. What the hell even is a Game Boy? Needless to say, this thing was making waves in the industry. And even today, the Game Boy is still home to many of the classics, as long as many of their sequels, which may or may not be lost to time depending on how things go in the coming months. I mean shit, you had Legend of Zelda, Super Mario, and hell, even Metroid received arguably some of the most important installments of its franchise on the Game Boy. Well yeah, of course, you think that it would have sold if they didn't have Mario on it, you dummy? You think they would have sold it if they couldn't slap that Yahoo slinging motherfucker on there? Well, Nintendo sure don't, and they realized rectangles needed to get the fuck out of here, and cubes were the next big thing. And as history stands, the Game Boy would slowly fall to the bottom of Nintendo's toy chest of great ideas, alongside... Holy shit, is that F-Zero? Where the fuck you been, buddy? We've been looking all over the place for you. Wait, is that Earthbound? Holy shit, it's a fucking party up in here. Let's fucking go. Years passed, new consoles released, and new games took over the Republic, and the Game Boy became nothing more than a green-tinted memory to the souls that were fortunate enough to have it. Holy shit, is it 2023 already? Well, might as well take a look at what Nintendo's been up to. And taking a look, they're still around. Yeah, they're still kicking. I see we've even come full circle with the Nintendo Switch being part console and part underachiever. Shh, you hurt his feelings, he's doing his best. They even had the balls to scare the entire gaming community when Santendo decided to drop a reindeer-sized turd in our NSO stockings with the announcement that they would be closing the Wii U and Nintendo 3DS eShops. You son of a punch! So, I think I've kept you guys waiting long enough. Let's head on over to the eShop and check out what's new. Now, I heard that they added something to Nintendo Switch Online, but I'm not sure what it is. Holy foam finger, is that the fucking Game Boy? And the Game Boy Advance? You better get the history books ready, boys. This day is gonna be a day to remember. Alright, let's see what the almighty Nintendo has store for us. I'm telling you now, if there's no Mario, there's gonna be a problem. Hold up, DJ, run that shit back, and y'all better listen closely this time. Ooh, damn, that one just tickles the nostalgia. You cannot tell me that you couldn't die right now being completely happy now that you've heard that song. Damn. Alright, a pretty solid lineup. Got Alone in the Dark, Game & Watch Collection 3, Gargoyle, Gargle Disney, Dreamland, Link's Awakening, Samus Returns. Oh shit, there he is. Alright, Nintendo, you get a pass this time. It's your boy Mario and Mario Wii. Fucking Tetris again. Oh shit, even bringing in the fatter older brother. We got Wario Land 3. Pretty solid lineup, it looks like. There's always room for improvement. And unfortunately, viewers, it's confusing. I've never played any of these fucking games. Alright, I know. Lock me up and throw away the key. But in my defense, I've played Sonic 06 for the PlayStation 3, and that's a road that no soul should even begin to travel down, let alone an unassuming 7-year-old child. So, I hear you asking, what the hell even is a Game Boy? Isn't that fuck stupid ass thing green tint so you couldn't see and ever in the dark? And to that I say, kinda. Fuck, I mean, there's an option for it. You know that they're not just gonna make a one-to-one creation of the Game Boy games. Come on, guys. games. You know, they're Game Boy games. You get what you expect. They have 3 different settings you can have it on. You can either have it on the original Game Boy setting, so it has that green tint over it. You can have it so it's more of like a condensed screen, so it gives you that more classic feel of the Game Boy. Or if you're fucking sane, you play it on the Game Boy Color setting. So that way you get the games in full color, and they're actually pretty, I mean, for them being games that released 10, 20 years ago, well, over 20 years ago, not 10 years ago, you know, the games are pretty good looking. They're pretty solid looking, you know. I don't really think Nintendo did much in terms of upscaling them to make them look, you know, more modern, but, you know, the colors are done pretty good. They look pretty solid, and they're playable, you know, which is one of the biggest things, is being able to play the games from old in the now times. Because if we don't know where games were or how far games have come, we're never going to get to that point of being able to actually appreciate where they are now. Nintendo may be dumb, but they're not stupid. Well, there was that. And that. I guess there was that. I think I'm starting to see a pattern. But besides it, you know, moving past, looking at the games themselves, they've done a pretty good job of recreating the classic feel. They play pretty good, you know, they still have that classic feel to them. You know, you have to be more precise with your button inputs, you know, frame timing is key, you know, if you hold the button for just a little too long, it's gonna completely, you're dead. You're fucked. But overall, it really just shows how far we've come, like in terms of game physics, game controls, how the game feels, all that shit. It really shows how far we have come, because damn, these games are hard. Like, dude, there's no mercy. If you were in the game's way, the game will run you over like a bus over a child. Alright, that was dark, I'm sorry. Like Sonic running over a child. Alright, I'll stop. But what I mean is, not like, oh, just get good, Dark Souls, man, you just suck at the game, just get good, just fucking, you know, all that bullshit. No, not like that. I just mean the games were hard as fuck. Like, there were times where I thought that I had made a jump, but I was still, the forward momentum carried me off the cliff in Mario. There were times where I thought I jumped on an enemy, or I thought I was close enough to an enemy, but I was maybe like half a centimeter off, and the game just said, fuck you, and he killed me anyways. You know, it really makes you appreciate having almost infinite fucking health these days. And it makes Elden Ring seem like a cakewalk when you try to play the first level of Mario Land and realize you can't run and jump all willy-nilly, unless you want to hear that tune that plays when you die for the millionth time. However, there is another option, because like today, several years after the Game Boy had already been released, Nintendo would release an upgraded, more powerful, and more advanced Game Boy, dubbed the Game Boy Advance. And lucky enough for us, Nintendo has also made it available on the Nintendo Switch Online membership. So, why don't we just go check it out? Hold up, you guys already know the drill. DJ, run that shit back. Damn, I know y'all feel that too. That feeling is happy. It's like stepping into a time capsule of a time before the corporations were upright and upfront greedy about everything they did. Which is all good and all, but I bet they don't even have, damn, you win again, Nintendo. Sorry I doubted you. And hey, once again, we've got a pretty solid lineup with some of the most popular and most important games in some of Nintendo's most important franchises. Like everybody's favorite game, Kuru Kururin, or however the fuck you say it. I'm not even gonna try that again. A, because I don't even know what the fuck this game is. And B, I'm sure you don't care. You just came here to see that Legend of Zelda Minish Cap. I know what you're here. But you know, we've also got Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, Mario Kart Super Circuit, Mario Bros. 3, and of course everybody's favorite, WarioWare. Once again, Nintendo has come out swinging with some of the biggest hard-hitting titles that was even released for the game. And you know, one has to wonder what the hell took them so damn long. But we're not here to complain, we're here to be grateful. Unless you're like most people and you just emulated it or did something else like that. But overall, I think this is a fantastic way to introduce fans of more modern fans to the retro games that would eventually be the groundwork for some of the most popular games today. I mean, we wouldn't have Breath of the Wild if we didn't have have Minish Cap on the Game Boy or Ocarina of Time, any of those games. It was all a progressive system that eventually led up to Breath of the Wild. And that's one of the main reasons that the whole retro console preservation scene is so important. Not only because these are pieces of history that once erased will never be able to be accessed again and will only fade into obscurity, but also because these titles were some of the most important titles and some of the most popular franchises to date. And that's one thing that Nintendo is really good at, is capitalizing on nostalgia and your love of their classic franchises, but they don't want to put the classic games on an accessible console, which is just stupid. However, I think I've ranted long enough, dear viewers. Overall, I'm really happy to see what they've done here with bringing the Game Boy and the Game Boy Advance to a more modern audience. I'm really glad that they've done it. I think it's a step in the right direction for Nintendo going forward, and I hope that they continue this trend with adding new consoles to the service, as well as continuing to add new games to each console as time goes on. I don't know what they're going to do in the future when the new Switch comes out eventually. Hopefully they'll at least put the damn GameCube on it. I mean, but we can all dream, right? Yeah. Overall, I think they did a good job here. It was pretty solid overall. The games handle pretty much comparatively to how they did back in the day, except it's a little bit easier nowadays because you're not holding that little ass thing, and you don't have to move your body in accordance with the sunlight to be able to see the screen. So overall, a very solid job. You know, I don't really have any complaints about it, honestly. Only that maybe it would have come sooner. But hey, that's just what it is. But yeah, man, that's been another video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you do, please leave a like. It goes a long way, as well as, subscribe and share the video. Let anybody know who likes retro games or likes playing the older games, the retro consoles, anything like that. Share this video to them. Let them know, hey, you can play these games on the Switch now and not get in trouble for it. Anyways, guys, I hope you all enjoyed. Stay safe, stay chill, stay lifted, be real, be positive, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. Peace! If you guys are fans of Nintendo content or any kind of Nintendo related videos, I have a few other ones you might be interested in, so go ahead, check them out, and I'll see you guys over there. Peace.